So that means you're likely to feel hungrier on a daily basis. What up guys, it's Matt from Macro Lean, and in this video I'm going to be talking about an article that I came across in The Sun online about why you always feel hungrier after you lose weight. But before we get into the article, if you're watching this video on the YouTube, I suggest you hit the subscribe button and the notification button, the bell button, so you find out every time I'm dropping new content for your ass. But let's get into the article, and the headline is, on a diet, this is why you always feel hungrier after you lose weight. It goes on to say, when we lose weight, our stomachs produce more of the hunger hormone, ghrelin, thinking it needs to consume more calories. You may have thought it's down to your body being used to eating more food and it just needs to adjust, but you'd only be partly right. So what they're doing is they're looking at people who have been obese and lost weight and comparing the feelings of hunger. It says experts from the Norwegian University of Science and Tech discovered that when we lose weight, our stomachs produce more ghrelin, thinking it needs you to consume more calories. And the bad news is the levels of hormones don't adjust over time. They remain at higher levels. So that means you're likely to feel hungrier on a daily basis. A person who's been very obese has needed more energy just to breathe, sleep, and digest food or walk. When the body loses weight, less energy is needed for these basic functions simply because the body is lighter. So of course, when you're heavily overweight or you have a bigger fat mass, whatever, overweight body composition, you're going to require more calories to maintain that current composition. It goes on to say, in other words, people who have lost weight need less energy to maintain their newfound bodies, but still feel hungrier. Now, I'd like to see more studies on this because, of course, that could be subjective, right? The time of day you're asking them, what they've been doing, their activity levels. Just saying, how hungry were you when you were 100 kilos to how hungry are you when you're 70 kilos? Again, the mind can play tricks. They're trying to say that it's the hormone making you feel hungry all the time, even though you're at a new composition. So my top tip or way to get around this would be intermittent fasting. If you need to reduce your calories, which you do need to do to lose body weight, to lose body fat, to change your body composition, if you reduce 400, 500, 600, 700 calories, you're going to notice that if you wake up and from breakfast you're eating and you're noticeably going to see, I'm having less calories, a smaller breakfast, a smaller lunch, a smaller dinner. So intermittent fasting would be a good workaround, a good life hack as such, where you push breakfast back, you don't eat breakfast, but you break your fast later in the day, so like midday, 1 or 2, and then the calorie deficit number that you need to strip body fat, lose weight, whatever, is then consumed over 2 or 3 larger meals. So you're not hungry in the morning. Maybe at first you might be because your mind's playing tricks on you. I like to have breakfast, whatever. But as long as you're hydrated, drink lots of water, you're going to have bigger, fuller meals later in the day, and that's going to keep you more satisfied. You can have stable blood sugar levels in the morning because you're not spiking them with eating. And then when you eat, you have bigger, fuller meals instead of trying to have itty bitty meals through the day. And then you're like, I'm really noticing this deficit. I'm really noticing the reduction in calories. So my workaround here would be intermittent fasting. Again, I'd like to see more studies than just saying it's black and white and that, you know, after you've lost the weight, you're definitely going to be as hungry as you were when you weighed a lot more when you were obese. I'm not sure about that. I'd like to see more studies. I have to dig more into the data. But I'd say intermittent fasting is a great way to approach calorie deficit and make sure that you feel full, satiated, satisfied all of the time. The article ends, we have to stop treating obesity as a short-term illness by giving patients some support and help and then just letting them fend for themselves. And I agree with this. I think that we need a national, worldwide education on what really matters when it comes to changing your body anyway, and especially getting obese. Okay, being obese doesn't come down to just eating dietary fat, just consuming sugar, just not moving. It's a combination of all these things. The totality of all these things contribute to being overweight, which is a calorie surplus and not much activity. That's the basis. So I agree, we need more support, but we need more education. Education from when we're young, in schools, even in kindergarten, talking about foods, what's contained in what food, and what makes us primarily fat, over-consuming, and what makes us primarily healthy by under-consuming and then consuming at the right amount to maintain your current composition. I hope that article helped. And if you've had any issues with being overweight or losing weight or feeling hungrier, drop them in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Until next time.